the operation of a Liquor Act. And many of these fees are related to the risk profile of the venue. The government has indicated the fees have been introduced to fund increased compliance supervision and administrative regulations. It would be fair to say the government appears to see clubs as low-risk profile venues. Amongst the areas where fees now apply are for holding a licence itself, for trading outside of standard trading hours, for increased entertainment noise levels, and for the non-provision of food 2 hours prior to closing. In addition, there are penalties that can be imposed on licences if history proves them to be of a risk profile. To hold a club licence that trades only between the standard hours of 10 a.m. and midnight, the licence fee will be $2,200 for large clubs, and for small clubs, which are deemed to be those with less than 2,000 members of all categories, the annual fee for their licence will be $500. Clubs that choose to trade outside of the standard hours will need to pay an additional fee subject to the hours they choose to trade. For example, if you choose to trade between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m, you will be required to pay an additional fee of $1,000. If you choose to trade between 9 a.m. and 10 p.m, you will be required to pay an additional fee of $500. Clubs wishing to trade after midnight will be required to pay an additional fee of $3,000, which allows them to trade till 3 p.m, and unfortunately there is no pro rata provision if you only wish to trade till 1 p.m. Individual one-off permits can be applied for the occasional trading outside of standard hours, but there is a limit on the number of permits you can apply for. Clubs can open prior to their standard trading hours of 10 a.m. If they do not wish to sell alcohol, and there is no fee or permit required to open your club during these periods. Clubs that operate entertainment above 75 decibels, which is not very loud, are required to pay additional fees subject to the level of decibels they wish to go. For example, up to 90 decibels, the fee will be $500. Up to 100 decibels, the fee will be $1,000. And in excess of 100 decibels, the fees will be $2,000. The decibel rate is measured with a sophisticated meter and is measured 3 metres from the source of the entertainment above background noise. A fee is now required to be paid by clubs who do not provide meals up to 2 hours before they close, although there are exemptions for small clubs that close early. An additional fee may be added to your licence subject to your compliance history 12 months before your renewal, and these fees range in the following areas. If you've had any warnings, $3,000. Infringement notices, an additional $5,000. Prosecutions or disciplinary action, an additional $10,000. And in a worst case scenario, a major trauma, the additional fee may be up to $20,000. It is with these increased compliance history fees that I believe the government is approaching a zero tolerance with licensees in the sale and provision of alcohol. You will not be receiving an account from the division for your annual fees. You are required to self-assess your fees. So write a list of all the fees that you believe applies to your club. You are only required to pay a half-year fee up until the 1st of July, when the full year's annual fee would apply. Send your calculated payment to the division with a list of the fees at which you are paying. You were required to have paid this fee by the 31st of January, so if you have not already done so, you need to treat this as a matter of urgency. An important aspect to remember about compliance is you may not only prevent an incident from incurring fines or penalties, but in the worst case scenario, you may prevent serious injury or even death to a staff member, a member or a patron through violent activity on your club premises. For further information on changes to the Liquor Act, refer to the OLGR website, contact Clubs Queensland, or email me personally on john@dws.net.au. Thank you for listening, and I hope your club will want to be part of the solution in reducing our community's problems with the misuse of alcohol, and thereby earn our community and government respect for our efforts.